I think someone was watching us on our camping trip, and they never left. I've always loved camping. The peace, the isolation, the feeling of being disconnected from the world. But after this trip, I don't think I'll ever go again. A few months ago, my girlfriend, two friends, and I planned a weekend camping trip deep in the mountains. We chose a remote site, far from any official campgrounds, just us and the wilderness. It was supposed to be perfect. The first day was amazing. We hiked, set up camp, and cooked over the fire. As night fell, we stayed up late talking, the fire crackling as the only sound. Around 2 a.m., we finally decided to sleep. That's when things got weird. The first sign. I woke up around 4 a.m. feeling off, like something was watching me. I told myself it was just the sounds of the forest. But then I heard footsteps, slow, deliberate, right outside the tent. I held my breath, listening. Then a twig snapped. I thought it was one of my friends going to the bathroom. But the steps weren't moving away. They were just standing there. After what felt like forever, I finally worked up the nerve to whisper, "Hello?" Silence. Then shuffling, quick and deliberate, before everything went dead quiet again. I didn't sleep after that. The second night. I told my friends about it in the morning. We laughed it off, saying it was probably an animal, maybe a deer. But I knew it wasn't. That night, we made sure the fire burned longer before we crawled into our tents. I was exhausted, so I actually managed to sleep until something yanked me awake. I heard whispers. Not from my friends. They were deep asleep in the other tent. This was outside. And then I heard something worse. Breathing. Right outside the thin layer of fabric separating me from whatever was out there. I froze, heart pounding. Then, fingers pressed against the tent wall. Just lightly, dragging downward. I wanted to scream, but I couldn't move. Then, just as suddenly as it started, it stopped. No footsteps, no rustling, just silence. I stayed awake until sunrise. The worst part. We packed up early. I told my friends I wasn't feeling well, but I just wanted to leave. As we hiked back to the car, something told me to look back. That's when I saw it. A man, standing just inside the tree line, half hidden by the branches, watching us. He wasn't lost. He wasn't a hiker. He was waiting. And the worst part, he smiled. I didn't say anything. I just turned and walked faster. I don't know how long he'd been out there, or what would have happened if we stayed another night. But I do know this, I'm never camping again.